What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Smell What Coop is Cooking. On last week's episode, I showed you guys what my setup is like every time I take you guys to Camp Coop. And on this week's episode, I'm going to show you guys what the dinner outcome was because we're making Camp Tortellini. But before we get started, as always, the full recipe is going to be in the description. If you guys like what we got going on right here at camp, don't forget to hit that like button. Let's go. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Camp Coop. Let's jump straight away into the ingredients that I'm going to be using for this Camp Tortellini. I've got 1 pound of hot Italian sausage and 93.7 ground beef. 1 cup of diced onions. Got a big bag of chopped herbs here. We've got oregano, Italian parsley, and basil. 1 16-ounce package of 4 cheese tortellini. Freshly grated Parmesan cheese. We'll probably use about half a cup to 1 cup of that. I'm gonna use a few tablespoons of this Italian herb stir-in paste. And 1 28-ounce can of San Marzano whole peel tomatoes. Full recipe is gonna be in the description. Let's get it. First, I'm gonna add a pot of water to my burner, and just like that, in the blink of an eye, we've got it boiling. I'm gonna go ahead and add my 16 ounces of 4 cheese tortellini and cook this to the package instructions. And once that pasta is finished boiling, I'm gonna go ahead and retain some of that starchy pasta water and drain the excess water off inside of the pot. And there you have it, some beautifully cooked 4 cheese tortellinis. Let's go ahead and set these aside and get working on this sauce. Whipping out the trusty dusty cast iron skillet for this one. Into this cast iron skillet that we've gone ahead and got nice and hot, we're gonna add our 1 pound of hot Italian sausage and 93.7 lean ground beef. With a spatula, go ahead and break down as much of that ground meat as possible. Once you've got a nice little color and some of that fat is rendered out of that Italian sausage, let's go ahead and add in 1 cup of our roughly diced yellow onion. Keep cooking and breaking down this ground meat until you develop some color on it and it's thoroughly cooked through. And once most of that fat is rendered out of that ground meat, I've thoroughly cooked it all the way through. Let's go ahead and add our can of San Marzano tomatoes. Pour in 1 cup of water. Add about 1.5 cups of our freshly chopped herbs. And 2 tablespoons of our Italian herb stir-in paste. Grab my spatula and mix all this up until it's thoroughly combined. Breaking down those large pieces of tomatoes that'll slowly break down as this sauce cooks, but these beautiful San Marzano tomatoes aren't gonna take very long at all. Once those tomatoes start to break down, it's time to season this bad boy up. I didn't bring any minced garlic with me on this trip, so I'm loading this up with garlic powder. Next, a tablespoon or 2 of onion powder. Now we're gonna mix up all those seasonings until those are well combined in our sauce. Season it with salt and pepper to taste. Add another tablespoon of that Italian herb stir-in paste. Now I'm gonna let this simmer, stirring occasionally until all my tomatoes have broken down and my sauce starts to thicken. Let's finish this sauce with about 1/2 cup of that freshly grated Parmesan cheese and another big pinch of those fresh herbs. Stir all that up and our sauce is done. Let's go ahead and wake these tortellini back up by splashing them in the face with some of that starchy water. Stir them around to unstick them. Now we're gonna add this tortellini directly into our pasta. Don't worry if some of that starchy water gets inside, it's just gonna help thicken up that sauce even more. Let's go ahead and gently stir this pasta into this sauce. Fold it all together. Finish it off with some more of those fresh chopped herbs. Parmesan cheese, couple of shakes of crushed red pepper. And there you have it, you guys. The most fire 4 cheese tortellini you're gonna have at any campsite. Let's go ahead and dive right in and get a scoop for Coop. And man, this one turned out fire, you guys. That delicious San Marzano sauce, the fresh herbs, that Parmesan cheese, that fire 4 cheese tortellini. This is the perfect pasta dish for camping. This recipe came out so good, you guys are going to want to try this one at the house. Let me know how you guys like this in the comment section. Thank you for rocking with me for another episode of Smell What Coop is Cooking, Camp Coop edition. I'm about to hook up a bowl and tear into this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with a friend or folk. You already know I gotta go. There you have it, you guys. Camp tortellini, made that with a fresh beef San Marzano tomato sauce. Let me know how you guys like this one in the comment section. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Smell What Coop is Cooking, Camp Coop edition. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with a friend or folk. You already know. And we'll catch you guys right back here next week for another episode of Smell What Coop is Cooking.